Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to M.Shakir. Today we are discussing an interesting topic, that is SAP ABAP log objects. In this topic we will discuss what is SAP ABAP log objects and why SAP introduces this feature, and why we are using, and we developers and we our community are uses this feature of ABAP in a very efficient way. So let's start our video. So what is the usage of lock object? Lock object is used to synchronize access to the same data by more than one program or user. Mean if two user access the same data simultaneously, so the SAP provide a lock mechanism by using the NQ server, and it lock the object till the object is free. So lock objects are used to synchronize access to ensure that only one process can modify the data at a time, while others can only read it or the entirely blocked until the lock is released. So it's mean that a same data accessed by multiple user or multiple process, the data is being logged, because if SAP allow multiple users to update the same object, the data will have no value, and it will create some misconception or misunderstanding of the object status. So SAP introduced the lock object mechanism. It is used to avoid the inconsistency when data is inserted or changed in the database. For example, in the context of inventory management, consider a scenario where the stock quantity of an item needs to be updated due to incoming goods. If two warehouse workers try to update the stock level of the same item at the same time, a lock object can be used to ensure that the updates occur sequentially, not simultaneously. This prevents the risk of incorrect stock levels, which could lead to either excess stock or stock outs. It means in case of inventory management, multiple warehouse inventory workers or inventory store officers are working on the inventory at the same time. If both of them required the balance of inventory, and both of them are updating the stock level of the same item, so the SAP provide lock mechanism at that object till if the first user started first to update its inventory, the second user will have to wait, or will have to do work into another object till the first user release the object of first item. After that, the transaction of first user will be held, so the inventory stock level or inventory stock status will be updated accordingly. So then the chances of excess stock or the short stock is maintained correctly. After that, for the creation and for the implementation of lock object, we use SC11, and tables with their keys field need to be defined in a lock object. The name of the lock object must be start with the letter EZ or EY. Moving forward, the main type of locks are the exclusive and the shared. In the exclusive type, the object is being logged. No other user can be update or can read the data simultaneously, while the other type, that is shared type, it based on the theory that if one user is accessing an object, the other user uh, can only read the object but not the update object. So, as far as the lock modes are available, the most used or most famous modes are write, read, and reserve. At the write mode, nobody or no other user can write to the same object while the first user is working, and at the read lock mode, no other person can read the object, the specific object, until the first user release it. So, uh, moving forward, each lock object is associated with two function module automatically generated by the SAP system. It means when we create a lock object, or when SAP create a lock object, two function module automatically generated, which are NQ and the other one is DQ. So NQ function module is used to set a lock. It specifies the data or records that need to be logged, the type of lock shared or exclusive, and other parameters. An exclusive lock means that the log data can neither be read nor changed by another transaction, whereas a shared lock allow other transaction to read the data but not change it. Which this point is the same as we discussed earlier. Moving forward, the NQ and the DQ function module are based on the NQ server provided by SAP. So all the changes, all the things are based on the NQ server, but not the database layer physically. So the proof of these things we will move and we will explore later in this video. After that, the DQ function module is used to release a lock. It is essential to ensure that locks are not held longer than necessary to avoid unnecessary blocking of other transactions. The DQ function releases the lock when the first user release the object. The DQ function module automatically executed and it releases the object for the future use of for other users. So let's first go to the system and create our specific lock object, and then we will discuss how to utilize lock object via coding. So let's move to the system. So let's explore the lock object by using the sale order processing. Let's say we are going to the transaction VA02, that is sale order, change sale order, and let's select sale order. So then we will make changes into it. I selected this. Here it is. Now you can see that we have the sale order 5354. If I call, so as we can see that the sale order which we are using is being logged by the SAP automatic system, and we can also explore how many lock entries exist right now. So by using the transaction SM12, let's call another session SM12, and then press enter. Here it is. Now as we are accessing the sale order 5354, it has two line of records for locking mechanism which are present into the NQ server. So let's delete both of these records and then check the accessing of the same sale order. Yes, it's showing the precaution or the assistant that the log entry has been manually deleted. Before you can manually delete log entries, you must make sure that there are no processes active. It's just showing the precaution or the in the sincerity of this act of deleting the log entries list records. So let's call another session and call the change say order, that is VA03 VA02, and I again call the 5354, which we are already accessing in this session. I again call the same sale order number and then press enter. Here it is. Now SAP allowed for modifying the same sale order because we have deleted the entry from the NQ server, the log entry from the NQ server. That is why SAP allowed to change the same sale order number. So we have learned that by using the SM12 transaction, we can access the same object simultaneously in the two sessions. So let's uh, uh, let's move forward. Here it is. Now, creation of lock objects. Our new topic is creation of lock object. Now, we just have to create the lock object and then we will use it in our coding. So, let's go straight to the system and call transaction SC11. Here we have to select the last option, that is lock object, and then give the proper name of lock object. I have I gave here easy underscore iflos. We all know that the iflos is the table name of the function location. So I am creating the lock object for the function location table. Let's click on the create button. Here we just have to give the short description of this lock object: functional location lock object. You can also see there is a checkbox, that is allow RFC. If we check this box on, and the remote function call will be enabled, it means the function module which will be generated after activating this lock object will be allowed by the remote function call, or this function module can be accessed by the remotely by other SAP system. So right now we don't need this checkbox on. Moving to the next tab, that is tables. Here we have to just give the table name iflos, that is function location table name. Also we have to give the lock mode. Available lock modes are write lock, read lock, exclusive, as we have discussed earlier in this video. So I just select write lock right now. As you see that there is a button add and remove beneath there. If we want to add more table with this lock object, we have to click on the add and remove for excluding the table name. Right now we don't need to add more table, so we move forward to the next tab, that is lock parameter. Here it is. By default it's showing all the fields of function location table, the key field of the function location table as a parameter. Right now I just select the two fields, that is mandate client and the TPLNR, that is the function location ID. So now let's check our lock object by clicking on the check button. We don't need to create transfer request. That is why I select the lock object. Here it is. It is showing that no inconsistency is found. After that, I just have to activate our lock object. As a result of it, activating the lock object, the two function module will be automatically generated in the backend, and that is the NQ and the DQ function module. The NQ function module, as we have discussed earlier, to lock the object and to give the proper access to the table, and the DQ function module will be unlock the table accordingly. So right now our lock object is being activated. Here it is. Now as system is showing that lock object has been activated. Now after activating or after creating our lock object, we can explore that how many function module is being created. Just go to the menu, go to and then lock modules option. Here it is. Now you can see the two function module is being created, DQ easy IF LOS and the NQ easy IF LOS. Request lock for object easy IF LOS, request lock on for object easy IF LOS. It means the NQ will be lock the object and the DQ will release the lock on the object. So let's move on to the next step, that is to use this lock object into our program or into our process, into our coding. Here it is. Now I just here now I'm just showing here the four simple step that how we can use our lock object into our program. First of all, we just need to have a variable that is var key or the variable key, which will have type rs table dash var key. The second thing, we just have to concatenate the functional location and the sy mandate into lv var key, into our variable var key, because we know via the program or via any other source that what is the value of our functional of our variable key, which we have provided, which we have created in the lock object SE11 dictionary. So as we know, our variable key have the two fields that are client and the function location number. So here I have concatenate function location sy mandate into lv var key. So in the case of 5354 sale order, it will be the 5354 and so on. But in this case, we are going to log the functional location master table. So here we will give the functional location number, and then and we just have to concatenate the client number, which will have value in the sy mandate system variable field. So after that, we just have to call the function nq e underscore table. We just have know by exploring the go to menu option, and For releasing the log, we just use the function dq easy underscore table e. So hope you understand what are the use of log object and how we can utilize the log object in our program. So if you learn something from this video, and do click on the like button and also share to your peers, so then they can also get benefit from this video. Let's meet into another new informative video. Till then, bye bye, take care.